to the second stop of Cotto Martinez. We started yesterday in Puerto Rico. It was electric. The fans were out in full force. There were very few Argentine people there. I can see the flags back there here. The Martinez camp said that there were going to be more people from Argentina in Madison Square Garden than the Puerto Ricans. This is really fun. I mean, you know, the electricity is already here. I mean, so like, can we do this tomorrow? Anyway, so we really appreciate everybody for showing up. This is a real exciting night that's going to be on June 7th, 2014 this year, and it's going to be explosive. For many years, Top Rank, Madison Square Garden, HBO, we've done a lot of Miguel Cotto fights here on that weekend, and now comes the super fight with the middleweight king, Sergio Martinez. Both guys represent our icons from their country. Both guys have passionate fans, and both guys are surely to go to the Hall of Fame. In order to put on a match like this, it couldn't have happened at any other building in this country or probably the world. And that's Madison Square Garden. I'd like to introduce Dave Howard, the president of Madison Square Garden, who is the leader of a great staff with Joel Fisher, Adam, and Sal. Dave.
Hello everybody, I will be brief, you don't want to hear from me too long, but welcome to Chase Square, which is our beautiful, grand, elegant new entry into the totally transformed Madison Square Garden. This is a huge match for us in many respects. It will be the first major boxing match in the totally transformed arena. And the famed Garden Ring and the Mecca of boxing, with its rich boxing legacy, will be the site of this historic bout. As Todd said, between two, for sure, future Hall of Famers. Saturday night, June 7th, mark it down. It is going to be an epic battle here at the Garden. As many of you know, we have been very fortunate over a number of years to have a long-standing relationship with Miguel Cotto. This will be his 9th fight in the arena. Amazingly, his former 8 have sold more than 120,000 tickets, which is just amazing. It's a testament to his fan base and his popularity here in New York City. And he will be fighting for a world title in a 4th weight class, which we know is very important to Miguel. But let us not forget who is holding the belt. And Sergio Martinez is at the top of his sport, his amazing quickness and savvy. His savvy was on display here in 2012 in the theater when he beat Matthew Macklin. And Sergio has never lost a world championship bout. So we have an awesome fight to look forward to. I'd like to thank our partners both at Top Rank, Bob, Todd, Carl, Brad, Lee, Ricardo, and Dina. And at the Bell Entertainment, Lou, Meredith, Kevin, and Ron. They are the best at what they do, and they will put on an awesome fight here with us. Thanks also to our Executive Chairman, Jim Dolan, and our President and CEO, Tad Smith, for their dedication to the sport and for providing the absolute best experience possible here in the Transformed Garden for fight fans, and also to HBO Sports for what will be a great production and a major pay-per-view event on the 7th. And to the fans who are here, I know you guys want tickets. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at the Garden box office right behind us, as well as on Ticketmaster. We look forward to adding another great chapter to the legacy of the Mecca of boxing on June 7th. Thank you very much.
As you can see on the dais, the wonderful Tecate girls, they are a big sponsor for this event and activate throughout all the retail chains. It's con character, Tecate. I have a statement by Tecate. Tecate is excited to be a part of this highly anticipated boxing encounter, especially when you have two renowned boxers like Cotto and Martinez, who are each coming from their countries, full of passionate fans, with character ready to fully support their hero. We are thrilled to see how these two boxers face off on the ring in what is to be expected one of the best fights of the summer. Tecate wishes both fighters the best of luck as they continue to train. May they be ready to give the fans a good full of excitement. So they're going to be there. We know that the activation will be terrific, and I assume we'll probably see the cans with their faces and everything, and they'll be doing a bunch of great promotional stuff. So now that we get down to it, you know, I'm actually on the Cotto side of this. Lou is on the Martinez side of it, and our side is very, this is our home, so we feel very like at home here. But the truth is we're challenging for the title. So I have to introduce my team first, before I hand it over to the co-promoter, Lou DiBella.
Best team! Best team!
Here we go.
Oh,
right.
Team DiBella.
Miguel and I and the Team Cotto have been together since 2001. He has an incredible team around him. He has a wonderful lawyer, Gabby Panicaricano. He has Hector Soto and Brian Perez that are on behalf of Miguel Cotto Promotions. And I don't know if anyone had the ability to see the press conference yesterday in Puerto Rico. They did an incredible job, executed flawlessly. I mean, Vince McMahon should take notes of this stuff. It was incredible. Fireworks, everything. And I'd like to introduce Brian Perez.
Can you come down just a little? No, you can't come down. Can you come down just a little bit?
Thank you, Todd. Too many fighters dream to fight in this venue. I want to thank our partners in this great show, this great event. Top Rank, Todd, for being just a great partner to us all over Miguel's career, and now in this other step. To Lou DiBella, to Samson Boxing, and Sergio Martinez. Thank you for agreeing and everything in all this fight to make it happen. This fight is for the fans. It's beyond boxing. It's what the sport needs. Boxing is only one culture. It's only one world. It seems to be big, but it's very small. And on Saturday, June 7th, history is going to be made. On behalf of Cotto Promotion, we're very excited to be part of this great event, being on the side of Miguel Cotto and developing in every single step of this show. Sergio Martinez is a solid, true king middleweight champion. Miguel Cotto is hungry, is inspired. He is inspired, and he will become the first Puerto Rican ever to win a title in a 4th division. This is for the fans, this is for Puerto Rico. You can't miss it on HBO. Thank you very much.
So Dave said something quite interesting. He said that Miguel Cotto sold, I think it was 120,000 tickets. Was that the number? 120,000 tickets. Well, there's only one other person in this building that has sold more than 120,000 tickets. And he's a Hall of Fame promoter, and from 1966, he entered the sport, and that's Bob Arum. So at this point, I'd like to introduce Bob Arum.
Thank you, Todd. Shut up. Thank you, Todd. You know, it's great to be back here in the Mecca of boxing. Top Rank actually was organized in 1970. Prior to that, we had other companies, but in December of 1970, we did our first fight, and it was here in this building between the great Muhammad Ali and an Argentinian fighter, Oscar Bonavena. And it was a great, great fight, and it was thrilling to do a fight here in Madison Square Garden. And that was followed in short order by the two great Ali Frazier fights. The first one stopped the country in its tracks. The second one also sold out Madison Square Garden. And then 10 years later, a fighter from New York, who was the junior middleweight champion, Davey Moore, late Davey Moore, asked me to do a fight with him in Madison Square Garden. And I acceded to that request and matched him against Roberto Duran. And we weren't, and this was after the No Mas and Duran wasn't as popular, etc. And we weren't selling a lot of tickets. And so I asked a friend of mine who worked for Spanish television named Carlos Barba, did he have any suggestions how I could sell tickets? And he said, you know something, you're an idiot. Do all of the ads in Spanish, which we did. And we sold out Madison Square Garden. There wasn't one seat left. So poor Davey was fighting in his home city, and 95% of the audience spoke Spanish and was rooting for his opponent, Roberto Duran, who proceeded to knock out Davey Moore and won the junior middleweight title. And you know, in my era, every great fighter wanted to fight here in Madison Square Garden. Marvelous Marvin Hagler fought here. Ray Boom Boom Mancini was just with me in Macau and said one of the greatest nights of his life was when he fought here in Madison Square Garden. Every great fighter, Oscar De La Hoya, fought a fight here in Madison Square Garden. And of course, Madison Square Garden became the home for the great Miguel Cotto, who fought here so many times. So it's wonderful to be doing this fight now. Miguel Cotto fighting once again in Madison Square Garden against a young man, one of the great champions of our era, who's gonna have the opportunity to shine here in the Mecca of boxing, Sergio Martinez. So this fight, again, continues the great tradition of Madison Square Garden, the Mecca of boxing. And all New Yorkers should be very, very proud that you have this wonderful edifice here in your city, which has provided such great entertainment and done so much for the sport of boxing. Thank you.
Touched on it. Four. We started in 2001, Miguel Cotto in Top Rank. And we picked off Kelson Pinto. We picked off Judah. We picked off Foreman. Now it's number 4. And he's going to go for it. And it's never been done in the history of Puerto Rico. He's made everybody proud, and everybody has an experience that's ever attended a fight in Madison Square Garden or watched him on television, that it's Miguel Cotto. It's chilling, he's crude, he can fight, and he is so exciting. But more importantly, he's a good friend. I'd like to introduce Miguel Cotto.
Thank you, Todd. I want to thank everybody to be here, sponsors, HBO, Top Rank, Develop Boxing, Samsung Boxing, and it's not really much to say, you know. I'm just looking forward to start my camp, looking forward to train as hard as I can each day, and being here on June 7th, just to become the first Puerto Rican to be a champion in the 4 different division. I want to say, Sergio, luck, you can try to do your best. I'm going to do my best. And at the end of the road, the winners are going to be the fans. Thank you to be here.
So at this point, to our co-promoter and somebody who has, been a wonderful, somebody who spearheaded boxing from when he was an executive at HBO, and he truly is the heart and soul of boxing, Lou DiBella.
Thank you. I'm not going to say a whole lot because there's not a whole lot that has to be said about this fight. HBO pay-per-view, the best. The Mecca of boxing, the greatest room in sports, Madison Square Garden. My good friends Dave Howard, Joel Fisher, Sal, all you guys, great. Top rank and pure professionals. Miguel Cotto, a first ballot Hall of Famer, and a fine representative of the sport. Martinez, the best guy, the best human being, and one of the greatest fighters I've ever had the pleasure of promoting. And a great fight where the outcome is in doubt. Miguel said it, the winners on June 7th will be the fans. This is what boxing is all about. There are a few people on Sergio's team I'd like to bring up to say a couple of words. First, a young man that's been with Sergio for a long time, his business manager, a wonderful guy, Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto is a great, great fighter. His record at Madison Square Garden, ticket sales is unbelievable. His record as a professional is unbelievable. And on June 7th, he's going to fight the best fighter he's ever fought. And I am so proud to promote Sergio Martinez, not only because the kind of fighter he is in the ring, but because of the kind of man he is outside of it. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Sergio Martinez.
Thank you very much. I want to thank you, HBO, pay-per-view, Top Rank, and Divela Entertainment, and Samson Lukowicz, and Miguel de Pablos, and the WBC, Jose Suleiman, and Mauricio Suleiman. And I want to thank you, Miguel Cotto, and Martin. And now I speak in Spanish because I am Latin. All right. Bueno, quiero dar las gracias a todos primero por estar aquí presentes.
Thank you all for being here present today.
Perdonen la voz que tengo un poquito mal, estuve cantando mucho. Quiero contarles una cosa, vamos a pelear el 7 de junio, vamos a hacer una gran pelea y ese día, como dijo Miguel Cotto, no vamos a ganar solamente Cotto y yo, va a ganar también el público.
I will tell you all that we're going to have a great fight that day, and like Mr. Miguel Cotto said, the fans are going to be the winners of this event.
Pero quiero que no se olviden de algo.
Don't forget one thing.
Vamos a pelear.
We're going to fight.
Porque yo que soy el campeón,
because I am the champion,
subo primero al ring y no último, porque si no, Cotto no peleaba.
And I'm coming into the ring first, he's coming in second. Otherwise, we'll be in a fight.
Voy a ir al rincón azul, aunque soy el campeón, me da exactamente igual. Me da exactamente igual aunque soy el campeón, porque si no Cotto no peleaba.
Says I go to the blue corner and I really don't care because I'm the champion. If it wasn't for that, then we won't fight.
Me van a presentar primero en el ring, aunque yo sea el campeón, porque si no Cotto no peleaba.
I will be introduced first in the ring because if it wasn't that way, Cotto wouldn't fight.
Me imagino que el 7 de julio va a pedir un camino de pétalos de rosas hacia el ring, si no Cotto no va a pelear.
I can imagine on the June 7th he's going to ask for rose petals, otherwise he won't walk into the ring.
Ese 7 de junio se acaban las excusas, se acaban las tonterías. Ese 7 de junio voy a ganar yo, va a ganar Argentina. Muchas gracias.
No more excuses on June 7th. I'm going to win. Argentina.
All right, here's the important part. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at the Madison Square Garden box office, at all Ticketmaster outlets, Ticketmaster charged by phone, online at Ticketmaster.com and at thegarden.com. Ringside seats are $750, tickets are $750, $500, $300, $200, $150. Get your tickets quickly because this one's going to sell out. Thank you all. See you on June 7th. And for those around...
Sergio, right here, Sergio. Miguel, right here.
Miguel, Sergio.
Watch your head.
No.
I'll take the when you have the camera.
One shot. Mauricio.
No, you haven't done nothing.
Step your ass up. What you wanna do? Get your ass down. What you wanna do? Get ready. What you wanna do? 3-6, motherfucker.